Good morning, friends, and welcome to my today's lecture. That is the third part of the explanation of Daddy poem by Sylvia Plath. Now, in my last lecture, friends, I had explained how Sylvia Plath feared her father, and she would even find it so difficult to speak before her father that she used to stutter. The word itch in the last para, that is paragraph 6, we see is a short form of I, because when she would stutter while speaking, she would not move beyond I. And she would hardly speak in front of her father, and she thought that her every German was like her father only. She had created an image for the Germans as an oppressor, which she thought her father was one. And we see that she also described as those Germans using a language that was obscene. Yeah? Now, in the next paragraph, that is paragraph 7, which reads, an engine, shuffling me like a Jew to the Chow, Auschwitz, Belsen. I began to talk like a Jew. I think I may well be a Jew. Now here, what we see is that the speaker, that is Sylvia Plath, she begins to reveal to the readers that she felt like a Jew under the reign of a German father. This is a very strong comparison, and the speaker knows this, and yet she does not hesitate to use this simile. Clear? The oppression which she has suffered under the rule or reign of her father is something that she feels compares to the oppression of the Jews under the Germans in the Holocaust. For this reason, very specifically, Sylvia mentions Auschwitz among the other concentration camps. She then concludes in this paragraph by saying that she began to talk like a Jew, like the one who was oppressed and was silenced by the German oppressors. She also says that because she felt the oppression that the Jews feel, she identifies herself with the Jews and therefore considers herself as a Jew. Right. Now the next paragraph, which reads, the snows of the Tyrol, the clear air of Vienna are not very pure or true. With my gypsy ancestress and my weird luck and my Tarak pack, I may be a bit of a Jew. Now in this paragraph, in this stanza number 8, we see that she continues to criticize the Germans as she compares the snows of Tyrol and the clear air of Vienna to the Germans' idea of racial purity. She also concludes that they are not very pure or true. She considers her ancestry and the gypsies that were part of her heritage, gypsies like the Jews, they were singled out for the execution by the Nazis. And so she identifies not only with the Jews but also with the gypsies. In fact, we could say that she seemed to identify with anyone and everyone who has felt oppressed by the Germans. Now, the last line of the stanza, I may be a bit of a Jew. This suggests that she is partly Jewish and partly a gypsy. Now, when we see through the next paragraph, which reads, I have always been scared of you. With your Luftwaffe, your gobbledygook, and your neat moustache, and your Aryan eye, bright blue, Panzerman, oh you. Now, we think that finally it is here that Sylvia Plath finds courage to address her father now that he is no more. She admits that she has always been afraid of him. She also implies that her father had something to do with Air Force, and that is how the words Luftwaffe translates to English. Gobbledygook, however, is simply gibberish, which means that the speaker feels that her father and his language made no sense to her. Here we see that she felt afraid of him and feared everything about him. She was never able to understand him, and he was always someone to be feared by her. She was afraid of his neat moustache and his Aryan eye, bright blue. This description of his eyes very clearly shows that he was one of those Germans whom Nazis believed to be of a superior race. I'm sure you must have read about the Aryan superiority theory. He was Aryan with blue eyes in one sense of the term. So he was something fierce and terrifying to Sylvia. And she associates him closely with the Nazis. Now the word Panzerman, he was a German tank driver, and so this continues the comparison between her father and a Nazi. That's all for now. I'll be coming up with the explanation of the remaining paragraphs in my next lectures. Till then, stay tuned. Goodbye and good day. Thank you.